Hello! Welcome back to my channel. This is day 2 of the 30 days talking to the camera challenge, where I spend the next, I guess now it's 29 days talking to the camera. And this is, the main purpose of this is to help me get comfortable with talking to the camera. Check out day 1's video, which will be linked somewhere either in the description or the little iCard, if I can ever figure out how to get that to work. I was following this grid thing, which I have popping up on the screen here, where it kind of gives me just different topics to talk about each day. And today's topic is to talk about the either a book I've read or an article I read. And I am going to talk about the first book that I was reading for my book club, which started back in January, and oh, that book was wild. So I'm going to discuss, spoiler warnings. The book I'm reading book I was reading in January was A Not So Cute Meat by Megan Quinn. She had the same name as her, except she has an H, extra H, extra N. Anyway, I don't know how to spell her name. But anyways, so the premise of the book is every other chapter, it is from a different point of view. So it's a rom-com, and every other chapter, it is from the point of view of a girl named Lottie and a man named Huxley. First of all, who the heck names their people that? Anyway. So it first starts out with this girl named Lottie. Lottie works for her bestie from high school, who is like super toxic, that is like, oh, this week we're friends, next week we're not friends. And she's running some blog website thing that Lottie is part of, and Lottie is about to come up on her 1-year contract. Essentially her bestie, which I think is named Angela's like, hey bestie, you should come work for me, you're awesome. And Lottie's like, I got you, girl. And so Lottie starts, so the arrangement was that Lottie was going to work for Angela for a whole year and then get paid for her work, like at a lesser rate. And by the time her 1-year contract or something came up, that she was going to have to, increase her pay. Keep in mind, these people live in California, so stuff ain't cheap out there. Well, Angela's like, yeah, well, I could pay somebody cheaper to do your job and you're being fired. So Lottie is now without a job. Her parents, already knew about her so-called promotion or pay raise, so they were ready for her to move out. And she's like, crap, I gotta get money. I gotta get a job like soon because my parents are expecting me to move out like yesterday. And so she's hanging out with her sister, Kelsey. Kelsey runs some business, but Kelsey doesn't have the funds to be able to hire her to her business. So Lottie's like, I'll just find me a rich husband. So she goes out on a walk. Apparently they're like at the edge of like a neighborhood of like where there's all the rich people and them. And so so Lottie's just walking around, and oh no, she runs into this guy named Huxley. Which I'll tell you about him in a second. So Huxley essentially is this rich dude who owns this company. I don't know, they do stuff with like construction, like they buy property, build things, and I don't know. And so he so he's over here trying to secure this business deal with this one guy named Dave Tony. Again, weird names. Dave Tony is a very hard guy out in the industry, and Hux is like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And Huxley owns this with his 2 other brothers. And so he's like, Dave Tony, I got this in the bag. Well, anyway, he's trying to relate to the guy to make him be a little more personable, because the guy's known for being an a-hole. And Huxley's known for being an a-hole. And so he's trying to get all personal, being like, yeah, I got a pregnant fiance, just like you, Dave Tony. Well, guess what? Huxley is a single man. So Huxley's over here being like, all right, well, I need to find me a pregnant fiance. They say girlfriend? Okay. I need me a pregnant fiance by like this week. And long behold, they meet. And Lottie's like, well, I need me a rich husband. And he's like, well, I need me a pregnant fiance. So they work an arrangement together where she's pretty much moving in with him. Originally, she was going to live with the sister. while she's doing this business arrangement with Huxley to pretend to be a pregnant fiance. But then I'm like, after a while, aren't you gonna know whether she's pregnant or not? Because people start showing. So they started playing it off that she was in her early stages, and then they like start having double dates with Dave Tony and his fiance. And I don't know, so then some scenes get really raunchy, and I wasn't all big for that. I think a lot of the people in my book club didn't like that either. It was just weird. And I guess they end up falling for each other, but she's super emotional, he's got issues. You know, I don't know. And so... Okay. Anyway, she's got issues, he's got issues. TLDR, they, I guess they're found out because Dave Tony said that he heard from somebody else that she was never a pregnant fiance and that this was like a business deal. I forgot how the book ends, but all I know is that they are fiancéed with each other. Interesting concept. But then my book club started reading more and more rom-coms, and I'm starting to realize the man is a dark, brooding man who's 6 foot tall and dark hair and dark eyes and this rich person. And then the girl's like a girl that's petite, but she's brunette and green eyes and pretty, but she doesn't know it and wears glasses and all this other bleh. So he just, yeah. And I think I noticed that within like the second book we were reading called The Love Hypothesis, which I enjoyed a lot more. It didn't get as raunchy. I think there might have been like one lovemaking scene, but it wasn't too bad. But Not So Cute Meat, it was an alright book. People love that series. There were 2 other books. So as I told you, Huxley Kane runs the company with 2 people. With his 2 brothers. And well, guess what? He's got 2 brothers. Lottie's got a sister. So sister hooks up with brother number 2. Kinda. And in the first book I liked the sister. Her name is Kelsey. I liked Kelsey. I didn't like her in the second book, so I never finished it. But it was good. I enjoyed it. First book I enjoyed more than the second book. I felt like Kelsey had more of like her head on her shoulders. And then the second book, yes, you had the 3 brothers. You had Huxley, who makes all the business deals. JP, which is the second brother, he's like the charismatic guy. I don't know what his role is. And then the third person is... I don't know his name. The third guy gets his own book. Lottie only has 1 sister, so I don't know what happens to him. But I think he's like the financial numbers guy, which I guess good for him. I think he finds love because it's a trilogy. But yeah, so that's my discussion of the book for today. If you guys want to see me keep progressing through my journey of trying to talk to the camera, get comfortable with talking with you guys, and just in general, just progressing through my YouTube, not career, I don't want to make a career out of this. This is just a fun thing I'm doing. If you just want to follow me through the next 29 days of me getting through this, or if you guys have any tips or any thoughts on the book I just discussed, then feel free to comment down below, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Please like and subscribe, and goodbye.